Fasting, if done correctly and if it suits the individual, can act like an excellent metabolic tool. But if done incorrectly, it can become the exact opposite, triggering severe metabolic disruption and hormonal imbalance. Now I'll explain why it can be so beneficial, and then I'll show you how, if things go wrong, it can quickly become harmful. Alright, let me start with the most attractive benefits. The first one is improved insulin sensitivity, meaning lower insulin levels and better blood sugar control in some individuals. Next one is increased metabolic flexibility, meaning the body can switch more easily between using carbohydrates and fat for fuel. The next one is more effective fat burning, especially visceral fat and fat around the organs, if total calorie intake is managed. Aren't you convinced yet? So the next one is a stimulation of autophagy, the cellular renewal process that becomes more active in low energy states. In humans, the exact magnitude of that effect is still unclear, but the evidence is promising. Next is improvement in some cardiovascular markers, lower triglycerides, sometimes lower blood pressure, and reduced risk of stroke. And this one is really interesting, more stable mental energy. Some people experience better focus, probably thanks to steadier blood sugar and increased ketone production. And by ketones, I mean those fuel molecules the body burns when glucose is low. Is that enough? Should I continue? But wait, before you decide to start fasting right now, consider this. Total calories and diet quality still matter. And fasting isn't suitable for everyone, especially people with insulin-dependent diabetes, a history of eating disorders, or anyone like my wife who barely eats anything anyway. Now let's talk about where things go wrong and what you need to watch out for. Fasting is like pulling back a spring. When you release it, you shouldn't smash it with a hammer. Breaking a fast means restarting the digestive system and insulin response without shock. If fasting is managed correctly, it can improve insulin regulation, fat burning, and appetite control. But a poor breaking fast pattern can completely cancel those benefits. Some of those mistakes are truly disastrous. For example, a sudden spike in insulin and severe blood sugar inflammation. Consuming a lot of sugar or refined carbohydrates, something sweet or starchy foods like white rice, white bread, pasta, potatoes. Not that you can never eat them, but if you are not burning them right now, this creates a glucose wave. Insulin rises sharply, then blood sugar crashes and fatigue and hunger return. The next winner prize goes to more fat storage instead of fat burning. After long hours of fasting, eating a large amount of sugar and carbohydrates puts the body in an emergency storage mode, especially if the portion is large. Severe stress on the stomach and digestive system. After hours of rest, the stomach suddenly faces heavy and fatty food. The result? Bloating, reflux, heartburn, poor quality sleep. Next up, increased triglycerides, and that can raise the risk of heart attack. Definitely don't want that. Oh, sorry, this still gets worse. Reduce metabolic flexibility. Instead of teaching your body to burn fat efficiently, you train it to become dependent on rapid glucose again. Next one is, let me say it again. Dates and rice aren't the enemy. What really matters is the dose and how you combine them. The real problem? Eating too much too fast. So how do you make everything go well and correctly? The best foods to break a fast are those that contain enough water and gentle on the digestive system, low in volume, provide adequate protein, and don't spike blood sugar suddenly. Here are some good examples. Eggs with some vegetables. This means high quality protein, natural fats, and a controlled insulin response. Greek yogurt and kefir with some nuts are also good. A light soup for hydration and electrolytes. Mix porridge into the start. What is better to avoid when breaking a fast? Sweets, white bread, fruit juice, large portion of rice. This send insulin up like a rocket and are followed by an energy crash. One important point that is mentioned less often. If the fast has been long, make the first meal small. Then 30 to 60 minutes later, eat the main meal. This helps moderate the insulin response. And one more thing, harsh but real, fasting only works if your eating window doesn't turn into overeating to make up for lost calories. Some people don't eat for 16 hours, then eat double the calories in 8 hours and wonder why they don't lose weight. And last but not least, don't forget, bad sleep can wreck even the best fasting plan. At night, your hormones are making the call. Burn fat or stash it.